Hello again, Akram here. In this video we are going to cover how to design the website. That means the main design. So if I go to the website here, in the header we have just the raw design. Have we have not customized anything here. Okay, so now we are going to use the theme function uh, through which we will design the header and footer, because this is the most important part. When we have the header and footer ready, then we can start to work on other pages. Okay, we can start to add elements. So I always work this way. After I create the pages and the menus, then I start to design the header and the footer section. So here in this video I am going to cover these sections. So the first one is font. I'm going to mark it red as I am going to this section now. So the font. Okay, so this is the most important part in the website design. From my perspective, even the expert designers say that if you don't have the appropriate font in the website, then it is not going to make an effect on your customers. Okay, so I am going to use the font which will be good. We have few fonts which we can generally use without any searching. So to find out the fonts, you can go to the fonts.google.com, because we can easily access these fonts without touching any code. Here we have lots of fonts, but generally when I have to do work quickly, I generally use Roboto, this one, the first one, or I use Lato, this one. So in this case I am going to use the Lato font. Okay, so let's see how we can add the font in our website using the Jupyter theme. So here in the dashboard, let's go to the main dashboard page here. So here at the left side you can see we have the Jupyter menu, and under this menu we have control panel, we have theme options, we have header builder. We are not going to the deep levels because we are using the we are making a basic website using the easiest ways. Okay, so here at the top you can also find the theme options. So I can click any one, either the top one, or from here I can click on the theme options. So this is the theme option from the Jupyter theme, and as I am building websites using Jupyter, I always like these options, because you have everything organized in here one by one, in section by section. Okay, so the first thing we are going to add the typography, and here at the left side in the theme options you can see the typography. Here we have the basic typography, and the typography we are using here is currently, it is the basic one. I think this is the Open Sans maybe, but I am going to use Lato. So here I can write down the name, the Lato, because the theme is already connected to the Google font database, so you can easily select the font from here. I am selecting Lato. Once I have selected Lato, I can click on this green check mark, and then I will have to click on Save Settings. So the settings is saved. If I refresh the page, I see the font has been changed. Okay, so we are going to use the Lato font, and you know how to add the fonts. Now I am making it red. The next thing is header and the menu. We are going to design the header section. So in the theme options here, under the header, here you can see the header, and under the header we have few options like header, mobile header, sticky header, side dashboard, and full screen menu. We are not going to the deep level, as I have already said, so I am going to header section. So this is our header style, and in this section you can see we have 4 built-in style from the theme. I am going to use the first one. This is the standard design, and here you can see the alignment. That means where the logo will be placed, in the left side or center or right side. I am going to place it in the left side. Now the toolbar means at the top section here above the menu. So I am going to disable the toolbar, so I can click on off, and then I can click on save setting. So if I refresh now, you can there is a little text here, because this is in the toolbar. If I refresh now, you see it is hidden, and we have a smooth sized header now. So I have disabled the toolbar now. So now I am going to add the logo. Without adding logo, it will be quite tough for me to place the perfect design. So client have sent me the logo. This is the logo client has sent me. So I am going to resize, I am going to trim it, and let's see what is the size. Okay, 64. I'm going to save it. It will be called logo. Going to the admin panel, then under the theme option, here you can see the global settings. Click on logo and title, and in this logo you have lots of options here. We don't need to see these things, we just need the default logo. So I can click on upload, and from here I can either upload the new file or I can use from the media library. As I have the fresh installation, I don't have anything in my library, so I'm going to upload a new file. I'm going to select the file, and this is the logo I have just created. So if I click save and refresh, I see I have added the logo. Okay, one more thing here at the top, you can see, you may sometime notice it, or maybe you have missed it. This is called favicon. So I am going to use a favicon. Generally the favicon is the main part of the logo, so I am going to use the favicon, as I have one here. You can see the favicon. I can upload. I have a favicon here, this one, and click save. Now refresh. At the top you can see the favicon has been changed. Okay, now I have added the logo, I have the menu in place. Now I will have to design it, and as I already told you in the previous video, I am going to follow this one, but the header of this website is little bit complex, little bit messy up. I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to make it as much clean as much possible. So I don't need this search icon, I don't need in this website. So to disable the search icon, in the theme option, header, in the header section, scroll down a little bit, then you can see a field search form in header. Just from the drop down, select no thanks. So now I'm going to refresh, and I have disabled the header, sorry, disabled the menu, disabled the search option. Now I am going to resize the menu items. So if I, in the theme option, scroll down, here you can see the menu. In the menu we have 1 2 3 4 5 built-in options. I can select any one. So I always try to select the hover style 2, because this is the standard one. So if I select this one and save it, and now if I click refresh, so here what will happen when I take my mouse over the element, as I can see the change in the color in hover of the elements. Okay, so I'm going to select that one. Now here, this is called the top level menu. The main menu is called the top level menu in Jupyter options. So here I can select the font size, I can select the font style, font weight, and the color. So the first one I'm going to use is the top level text weight. So this is currently 600. I'm going to keep it. Now here I have the top level text color. I'm going to make it blue. Let's make it blue as we have in the logo. So I can select the color, then I can put the color code here, and that's it. It is done. And I am going to make the hover color a little bit bluish. Now if I refresh, so you can see this is we have now. So for now, for a basic website, we have the header ready, we have the logo, we have the perfect size, and we have added the color for the menu option. So if I go to the list, header and menu is done. Now I'm going to put something in the footer. So this is we have in the footer. If you notice, we have two things in the footer. The first one is the main footer, and the second one is the sub footer. You can see the copyright, this is in the sub footer, but the main footer is empty. So first I am going to add something in the main footer. I am going to have a look in the website, so I can see what they have in the footer. So this is they have. I'm not going to use this one, just taking an idea. So first one, I am going to set the footer in the theme option of the Jupyter theme. left side you can see footer. We have footer and the sub footer. So I am going to select the footer. In the footer we have options to select the column in the footer. So I have 4 column, that's fine because I am going to use the 4 column. And in the sub footer we have the copyright, that means this one. I am going to disable it. So disable sub footer and save it and refresh now. So the sub footer is disabled and we have the main footer. I am going to put a color in the footer. Okay, in this place Jupyter has made it a little bit confused. So to add the footer color you will have to go to the main content. Under the main content you have the layout and backgrounds, and from here scroll down, you can select the color of the sections: header color, page title color, page color, and the footer color. Let's ignore these things, just keep in the footer color. I'm going to select the footer color and I'm going to put it, let's make it blue. No, blue will not go. I am going to use a little bit dark one. So if I refresh, here the footer color is changed. Now I have an empty footer. So with the empty footer I will not be able to design it. I am going to put some elements in the 4 column in the footer. So to add the elements we will have to go to the appearance section from the main WordPress menu, and then we have the widget. I am going to the widget section. In the widget section you have the first footer widget area, second footer, third footer, and fourth footer. These are actually one column. The first one is the first column, second column. Here as we selected 4 columns, so only the first 4 will work. The 5th and 6th will not work, but if we selected the 6th, then the 6th and 5th will work. Okay, so for now I'm going to add some elements in each footer. So for the first footer I'm going to add text. So this is the text element. I can drag it and drop it to the first footer area, or I can select the footer, then I can scroll down and I can select the first footer widget area, then I can click add widget. Here I am going to add some information. We need some dummy text. So I'm going to put some about information. This will be a little bit about. So the name will be about, and I'm going to put like this. Once I add something in the widget, I will have to click on save. So I have added something in the first footer. Now in the second footer I am going to add navigation. The navigation, we have home. I am using the HTML. Then we have about us. Then we have contact us. I can click on save. In the third footer, third column, I am going to add contact info. Let's say contact info. Third footer, add widget. This contact info widget is basically from the Jupyter, because you can see the JP. That means which widget have the JP, that means these are coming from the theme options. If we don't use this theme, then we will not have these options. Okay, so the title is going to be the contact info. I am going to use the company name here. Address, I'm going to use some dummy address. And website, we have the website here. And click it save. So the third column is now ready. Now in the fourth column I am going to use a send a message option, because this is also provided by the Jupyter. So if I try to find out, then I can see JP contact form. I can select this one and drag it here. The option will be send a message. Okay, I'll fix this thing later. I'm going to click on save. So I have added 4 elements in the 4 sections. If I refresh the home page, you can see these are the elements I have added. Okay, now I will have to fix the color things because I can't even read these things in the footer. So to design the font and the color things, again I will have to go to the theme options. So I can click on the theme options at the top or under the Jupyter from the left side. In the theme option, I am going to the footer section, and in the footer section scroll down a little bit. Here you can find the texts. Okay, so the text title text size, this means this size, I am going to make it a little bit bigger, so the text will be 16 and that will be white obviously. And the, this text, this is fine, this is 14. Okay, I'm going to use normal, but the text color I'm going to use not white, little bit white. The link will be also changed. Also the hover color will be something like white. Refresh. Now if I refresh, so this is it. We have a good resized footer here. Now you can see a lot of space in bottom. So to remove the space in Jupyter, scroll down in the footer section here, widget margin bottom. The margin means the each widget we have, it is taking more 40 pixel below them, at the bottom of them. Okay, so I can make it 0, refresh, then it is a good position. Okay, so I don't like the send a message option, so I think because this is taking so much area, I'm going to remove this one. So I am going back to the widget, fourth footer, open the widget, delete it. I'm going to use social media. So where is JP social media? So JP social networks, I'm dragging it and dropping it here. Follow us. Large size, left align is fine, color will be light, and we are going to use Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and Instagram. So once we select these sites, then we have the options to put the URL. Okay, so I am putting hash for now, so we can replace it later, and hit save. So if I refresh, here we have it. So this is a good footer. I hope for a basic website this is fine. We have a footer ready, we have the header ready. Now we can start to work on the pages. So if I go, I have worked on the footer. Now I will start working on the pages. So in the next video I will show you how we can start to add elements and work on the pages.